Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another Thursday with Spencer here in FTM Transtastic, and pardon the glasses, my eyes just don't want to work today, so we're giving them a little break. I'm not trying to look cool or anything, but, you know, today we are talking about people who choose not to or cannot transition. This is like a very interesting conversation because I just don't understand why, you know, as a community, we continue to have this stigma and put down people who choose not to or cannot transition as somehow not being trans enough. And I know where it comes from, right? It comes from the fact that we live in a cisnormative society who has pushed on us that being trans means looking like XYZ, experiencing XYZ, and wanting XYZ. And that obviously, as we know as a community, because we're full of diverse individuals, isn't the case. But since society has only, you know, made visible people that have gotten all of these things or want to get all of these things, etc., you know, we feel as if for whatever reason, we're not trans enough if we also don't align with that's stereotype or that little slice of trans life, and that's just not true. There are many reasons why people don't go on testosterone or go on estrogen or want top or bottom surgery, just like there are many reasons why people do. You know, honestly, I can't go through all the reasons, but I'm going through three. One of the biggest reasons why some people do not transition is because of the cost. Like, testosterone is very expensive. I don't know how much the cost is for estrogen and Cipro stuff, but testosterone is very expensive. It's not just $300 up front and you're set for life. And even if it was, $300 is like, could be half a rent, or it could be a car payment. It could be groceries for 2 weeks. Like, $300 to some people is a lot of money. $300 to me is a lot of money. So, like, for people to assume that you just pay like a lump sum and you're set for life is absurd. You know, testosterone or estrogen or any type of hormone replacement therapy is basically a recurring balance. You have to worry about syringes, you have to worry about needles, the blood work every 6 months to 12 months, depending on what your doctor's schedule is like. The testosterone itself, like, this doesn't end. You don't just stop taking tea, well, you can, but you probably shouldn't. Just stop taking tea and then like continue to have these changes and you're good. Like, you have to do this forever, and that's something that is costly. So a lot of people just can't afford the expense, and it's shitty that they can't, and they have to like make these decisions between food or being comfortable, but that's just the world that we live in. And I'm really grateful and really blessed to be in a position where I can afford testosterone. But when I first started Transtastic, I was in a homeless shelter, so like, you know, it's not easy for everyone. And that's something that, you know, is a huge reason why people do not transition. And that's just with testosterone. If you think about things like top surgery or bottom surgery or histo or anything like that, like, that's even more like overwhelming number. That's an even bigger, like, I mean, my top surgery was $8K, right? And that's insane. That's an insane amount of money. You know, bottom surgery, like a histo, it's like, I think $15,000 if you don't have insurance. Bottom surgery, like, that's not even worth a mention. Like, it's an insane amount of money. So that's I think a big reason why some people, you know, cannot transition. Another reason is medical. Like, testosterone changes hormones within the body. It messes with the homeostasis of the body. And if you have, you know, pre-existing conditions to where the homeostasis has never been achieved or is like very finicky, then you may not be able to be on T, or you may not be able to be on estrogen, or it may be something that you have to very closely monitor because of these things. And so when it comes to, you know, people shaming others for not being on testosterone or not being on hormones or not wanting top surgery or bottom surgery, etc. Sorry if you hear that, my cats are playing with their toys. You know, you're not missing the whole picture. Like, one of the things that was very hard for me to get top surgery was, you know, my blood's fucked, and so I have a clotting disorder, and I don't have a lot of platelets. So for them to do a major surgery to where they cut my chest without being able to clot is like a recipe for disaster. And I had to go through 3 surgeons until I found one that would agree to do the procedure. I had to have oncology and hematology appointments, do all this extra shit, got extra shit added on to my top surgery because like they had to use different medications, all this insanity just because of my life. So, you know, that's a huge reason why people cannot or choose not to go on hormones or get surgeries. It's not really in the cards for them like, medically. And then the last reason is just, like, people just don't fucking want to do it. And pardon my French, but that's just kind of all that you need to know. If someone's like, yeah, I'm a trans guy and I don't want top surgery, cool. I'm a trans woman and I don't want to go on estrogen, fine. Like, if we are a part of a community that preaches that you are who you are regardless of the exterior or the interior organs, etc., why are we so harsh and critical on each other? It should simply be that. I should not have to subject myself to all of these surgeries to prove to my community that I'm worthy of being here. I should not have to subject myself to testosterone or estrogen or whatever to prove that I'm worthy enough to be here. If we truly believe that we are who we are, regardless of what some doctor put on a piece of paper so many years ago, then that's all we need. And we don't need to do anything else but to just sit here and say, hey, my name is Spencer, I'm a non-binary transmasculine individual, my pronouns are they, them, and everyone else would be like, got it. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, comments, issues, problems, concerns, please leave them down in the comment box below. I hope you guys had a great Halloween season. I hope you guys are having a great week and are gearing up for an even better weekend. It's fall here. I love the sweaters. I'm so excited. But yeah, that's all I got. It is Thursday. It is Spencer. Until next time.